Well, here we go again. Tropical Storm Milton has just formed in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to talk about where it's going and its potential strength. First, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. The channel's continuing to grow, so it's awesome to see. Really appreciate that. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the models have really become more aggressive over the last couple of days with this thing. Was named a tropical depression this morning, and it was just named a tropical storm just now, really, this afternoon. So this is now Milton. Milton is going to be crossing over pretty much. It's going to be kind of meandering a little bit north over the next few hours, and then tonight into tomorrow it's going to turn more easterly. And then early next week, it'll turn more northeasterly and then target Florida. And right now, the National Hurricane Center, a lot of the models are bringing this thing in right into the Tampa Bay area, which would be an absolute terrible situation. We saw what happened with Helene in the Tampa Bay area. Now, they didn't get the brunt of the storm, but there was a lot of damage along the coast there, along the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater, quite a bit of storm surge. So this would not be a good scenario if this thing comes right in or, a little bit north of the Tampa Bay area, where they'll bring a lot of that surge right into Tampa Bay and along the coast there. So not a good situation at this point. Brings me, it's crazy. This is happening right on the heels of Helene. But, again, at this point, let's hope for the best and hope that the models that are on the stronger side of this thing, hopefully they start to come back down. But let's take a look, see what we've got right now on satellite. We can take a look in the western Gulf of Mexico. You see that flare up there. So this is a pretty good looking tropical storm, 40 mile per hour winds right now. It is expected to become a hurricane. Could become a major hurricane. I think right now the National Hurricane Center is thinking more along the lines of a 2 at landfall, but this thing does have the potential to get a little bit stronger. So let's actually pop over to the GFS. So this is GFS currently. I'm going to put this into motion, and you can see our tropical storm right there in the western Gulf of Mexico. And then by Monday, it's moving more towards the central Gulf of Mexico, just north of the Yucatan. GFS says it's 960 millibars late Monday. And then we'll go into, now this is early Wednesday, it's 952 millibar storm. So this could be looking at a category 3 here. If the GFS is correct. This is a 900, we'll go right before landfall, 951 millibars, and we'll zoom in. That's right off the coast of Tampa. This is really worst case scenario as far as the track goes. Having a major hurricane go right into Tampa Bay or just north of there, that's going to maximize the storm surge. So hopefully the track's changes. This is what we're looking at now. It certainly could change. We're looking at a Wednesday landfall, probably sometime on Wednesday. So still a few days out, several days out. So this is, we're likely to see some wobbles in the track here, but things are in pretty good agreement right now as far as bringing this into the central Gulf Coast or central Florida coast there. But again, if you're anywhere up and down the Florida coast, you need to pay attention to this. And just because you're not going to be exactly where the center is, you're still going to be dealing with some storm surge, some wind, and some rain as well. So that's a GFS. I'm going to pop over one of the hurricane models as well, so you can see this. Now this is the HAFSA. And this is on the stronger side. So I'm going to put this this is now Tuesday morning. You see already 941 millibars, and then actually brings it down. This is actually late Tuesday night. It has a 929 millibar storm. And to give you an idea, there's Helene was in the high 930s. So this is developing and actually a little bit stronger than Helene. So this would be you get 929 millibars. That's usually category 4, maybe even category 5 strength there. But this is on the stronger side. Most of the models don't have it quite this strong. But again, just to show you the ceiling with this thing, this could deepen a pretty good amount here. And then this also actually weakens it a little bit before landfall, and then brings it in once again earlier in the day on Wednesday. So probably looking at like it looks like Wednesday morning, early afternoon type of landfall. That's what it looks like right now. Pop over to the GEFS. So the GFS ensembles here. So again, this is run like 31 times. So these are the individual low placements of those model runs, and you can see pretty good consistency centered just west of Tampa Bay. This is late Wednesday, so the timing on this is a little bit slower with the GFS ensembles, but still the track remains the same, brings it in just north of Tampa Bay. But you can see there's a little bit of a cluster. Some of them go a little bit south, some of them go a little bit north. So there's likely to be some wobbles, which is to be expected at this point in time. And now let's pop over, we'll take a look. So this is the hurricane model track. So again, pretty good consistency bringing it to the Tampa Bay area. Some of them bring it further south, kind of like the Marco Island area, but but again, it's pretty good consistency at this point. Actually, remarkable consistency, seeing as we're, still several days out here. And then we'll take a look at one last thing here. So this is the model intensity guide. So we actually see there's a couple models that bring it into the category 4 strength, a bunch in the category 3 and 2, and then some are in the 1. So, probably looking, most likely we're probably looking at a 2 or a 3 at this point. We'll hope for the best case scenario, which in my opinion would be like a Cat 1 storm, but this thing still could pop into category 4. That's some of the models are showing that. So again, this far out, right, we hope for the best but prepare for the worst. I know a lot of people are out of their homes because of Helene. So hopefully people are able to make it back in, make some last minute preparations before this storm comes in. But that's it for now. Have more updates as more data comes in and fine tune the track and the intensity a little bit. But thanks for watching, and see you next time.